surprise you. Most people totally misunderstand what makes AI actually work. They think AI is just the model, but that's just half the truth.
I know exactly what you mean. The conversation always seems to center on GPTs, LLMs, or how much data went into training. But the model alone? That's like having a brain in a jar, not very useful on its own.
Exactly. Today, we're breaking down why AI isn't just the model, but something much bigger, and what actually powers those instant, intelligent responses.
So buckle up, because we're diving into the limits of models, the real engine that makes AI useful, how the system works from input to output, and why understanding this changes everything if you want to accomplish with AI.
You know, it's wild most AI talks focus on the model itself. People geek out over parameters and training data, as if that's the whole story.
Absolutely, but if you just have the model, it doesn't do much. It can give you probabilities or predict the next word in a sentence, but it's not serving a million users or making anything actually happen.
Right. So when people ask, why can't I just download the model and make magic happen? They're missing all the execution that happens beyond it.
That's the key. The model is powerful, but without something to bring it to life, you won't get any real world outcomes. The magic is in what happens around the model.
So, if the model isn't doing everything, what is? Here's where the inference engine comes in. It's the missing piece most people overlook.
I love this analogy. Think of the model as the brain. But what good is a brain without a body, nerves, or muscles? It can't interact with the world, it just sits there.
Exactly. The inference engine is like the body, nervous system, and muscle coordination all at once. It's what takes the model's intelligence and translates it into action fast, scalable, and reliable.
And that's why when you use AI in the real world, you're not just using a model, you're using an entire system built to execute.
Let's walk through what happens when you use something like ChatGPT. You type an input, the system grabs it, the model suggests possibilities, but then another layer kicks in.
Yeah, the system doesn't just spit out whatever the model suggests. It selects the best outputs, optimizes them, formats the response, and delivers it back to you in milliseconds.
And that selection, optimization, and delivery, that's all managed by the inference engine, not the model itself.
It's a lot like the Taj framework. Think model generates options. Ask you provide input. Judge system refines the output. Accomplish, you get the polished result.
So here's why this matters. If you only focus on the model, you're stuck just using whatever tools exist. You're stuck following prompts.
But once you get how inference engines work, you shift from just using AI to actually designing systems. You start creating workflows and building solutions that scale.
It's the difference between being a consumer and becoming an engineer. The future belongs to people who don't just ask, what model? They ask, how does this whole system deliver? Let's make this concrete. When you use ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, you're not just talking to a model, you're interacting with a whole stack. Load balancers, APIs, memory, optimization layers.
And all those pieces together are the inference engine. That's why these tools respond instantly, scale to millions, and feel reliable instead of clunky.
So next time you get an instant answer, remember, it's not just AI brains, it's the execution system working behind the scenes. Let's wrap this up with three big takeaways. First, the model is only one part of AI, not the whole system.
Second, the inference engine is what actually brings AI to life. It delivers, scales, and connects everything together.
Third, understanding how these systems execute is what sets you apart. If you focus on models alone, you're just a user. If you see the system, you become a builder.
So, for your next step, next time you use an AI tool, don't just ask which model powers it. Look for clues about how the system delivers results and try to map that out.
That's it for today's episode. In our next conversation, we'll break down exactly what an inference engine is, step by step. Until then, keep practicing. Think, ask, judge, accomplish. See you soon on AIIINN.